The majority of black people in this country, you ain't even black. Hey folks, welcome. Kevin Jackson here. Oh yeah, I just went Joe Biden on you. You ain't black. The majority of black people in this country, you should be ashamed of yourselves talking about, I'm black, and I'm proud. Let me tell you, I ran my ancestry DNA and I'm 79% black. I'm not afraid to admit it. 79% black. And that doesn't include my Native American pieces because they by 79% black. I have Native American. So, but I know this, I'm 21% white. A lot of blacks in this country would be more white than they are black. Benjamin Jealous, who ran the NAACP for a long time, that colored man is more white than he is black. John Conyers, congressman, look at that dude with that wavy hair and that light skin. That dude is more white than he is black. And there's a host of other ones. Don't make me go Rachel Dolezal on you. They're fronting, they're lying. They want to pretend to be black. I was having a debate with Richard Fowler, and he made the comment, "You ain't black." And I was going to say to this clown, "You little sissy, how dare you?" If we were in the black community, I guarantee you black people would accept me before they'd accept your little punk butt over there. Yeah, you're not even black because you don't want to believe that cops are beating up black people. No, I'm black, Richard. Both black parents that combined to make me 79% black, but I dang sure look black. I've been black all my life and I'm black right now. And the only difference between me and Richard and most of these other blacks is I'm willing to speak my mind against wrong. Wrong in the black community, wrong in the white community, wrong for America. I will talk about you. If you're right, I'll support you. If you're wrong, I won't. I don't care about your color. I don't care about your gender. I don't care about what you use with your little naughty bits, whether you use them on boys, girls, or whatever. I will call you out, right or wrong. So with respect to black folks, and critical race theory is what's all of the buzz, and Black Lives Matter and all this nonsense, check your DNA and get back with me. It reminds me of this member of the KKK. He's doing an interview in England and he's all anti-black, anti-black. They ran his DNA and it turned out he was like 17% black. Who knew? Somebody knew. As they say, there's a skunk in the woodshed. We're talking about race. We're caught up on the idea of what this looks like when it can change. When I was born, I was so light-skinned. I don't want to say I didn't like myself, but I wanted a deeper color. I didn't think I looked good. My hair was kind of red. And as I got older and I started working in those Texas summers at the age of 13, 14 years old, I got dark. One time I went to the Bahamas and I got so black, I came back, people didn't even recognize me. So color is arbitrary. You know, what is it? I'm black. What part of my black do I celebrate? And for all you little silly Negroes out there lying to yourselves, because you know you got white people in your family, what a disgrace when you know your father or mother is half white or half black, or you know in your heart of hearts your grandma's white or whatever it is, which is saying the same thing technically. I know if the father and mother, one of them's half black, that means they got a grandma. I get it. Anyway, the point is this. You ain't fully black. And if you want to claim like Benjamin Jealous or Conyers or Rangel or some of these other fake black folks that are trying to pretend to be black because it's in vogue, and that's what they want to make it, is in vogue, you got white in you. And it's a disgrace when you don't want to admit that. We got TV commercials now. One of my friends is an artist, I won't even say what she does because I don't want to get her in trouble. But she says, Kevin, everything I get now, it says there's a code, I forget what they call it, but there's an acronym. And essentially when she applies for jobs, it says, you must be black, indigenous, whatever else. In other words, no whites need apply. That's what we've come to in this country, where we say no whites need apply. Look at commercials these days. The majority of people you will see in commercials are people of color. I don't care personally, but you're not letting white folks work because you want to prove that, look, America proved a long time ago that it's not racist, but you've made it racist. And they're teaching these kids that they've got this white privilege and white guilt. So I've got this little thing that we're going to be rolling out, these training programs. And I'm going to give you an example of what we're going to be teaching homeschool kids that are going to leave their homes, a safe environment of good thought, good, clean, wholesome thought that doesn't think about people in terms of color and sexuality or gender. And they're going to go into that jungle of college. And when they come back in one semester, you're not going to know them. You're going to go, who are you and what have you done with my son or daughter? So here's what we do. We teach about white privilege, right? Because if you're white, you have privilege. Why wouldn't anybody want to be white? I mean, Kevin, if you were born again and you were in utero, could you check off, I want to be white. I don't give a crap what my parents are. They act like white kids have a choice. Black kids, if you had a choice, I'll ask you this, would you choose white? Because this black man that's 79% black, I wouldn't change a thing. I don't even know who the heck my Scandinavian and Irish ancestors are. And oh yeah, I'll freely admit there was probably some rape on a plantation years ago. Can't help it. That's the way I formed. But whatever formed my DNA to make me who I am, thank you, Jesus, because I love myself. Yeah, I'm one of those dudes. And that's why I don't back down. Well, that and having a little bit of knowledge on how to use these. So here's the deal. You're standing in a maternity ward, black man and a white man, and you're looking at your babies. And for you leftists, let me explain. The black baby belongs to the black man and the white baby belongs to the white dude, all right? So you're looking at these babies and this white privileged white man looks over at the brother and says, hey, dude, I'm so sorry you got a defective one. I'm so sorry you got a black one. Too bad that you couldn't have got one of these beautiful, privileged white ones that I have. Said no white guy to a black dude ever, standing, looking at his beautiful black baby. You think Jay-Z and B looked at Blue Diamond or whatever they named their little kid and said, oh, we sure wish our little girl or our little boy was a white baby and have some privilege. Are you out of your mind? Do you think the black man looked over at the white guy and said, dang, man, shoot, why couldn't I get one of the good ones? Shoot, man, what's up? Is there an administrator in this hospital I can see so I could get myself a privileged white baby? Let me tell you something. You know what the privilege is in America? That you have a father looking at you through that window going, oh, that's my little baby. That's privilege number one. And privilege number two is when somebody raises you to understand that you are worth something and they help you find in yourself the thing that is your genius, because that genius exists in everybody. And this idea that white kids need to feel guilty by birthright. There are white kids born into squalor. What's their guilt? Why do they need to feel guilty? Are you out of your mind? These critical race theory race hustlers is what they are. By the way, shameless plug for racepimping.com, where I wrote a book on this stuff. Go to it, understand that you don't need to apologize for your birthright. If you are born into wealth and privilege, be happy. Let me tell you something. I was not born into wealth and privilege. I was born to a mother who had left my father, who was shortly thereafter on his way to San Quentin prison because he decided to rob some white man. That's what I was born into. And you know what happened? I knew my past, or the past of my family, and I didn't care because America didn't say, well, we're a caste system, Kevin. You're going to be an armed robber too. No, it gave me an opportunity and I took it. And these clowns, these black leftist clowns and their enablers need to be shut down with this critical race theory nonsense. You can be whatever you choose to be. And you know what America should be doing? What your parents should be doing? What your teachers should be doing? What your counselors, your mentors, and anybody else, advisors should be doing? Is they should be helping you find out what you're really good at, what you're passionate about. You don't even have to be good at it. Be passionate, because that passion will turn to good. I promise you. You may not be able to make it into the big leagues, but if you learn the stats and you learn about the players, you may become a reporter. You may become a scout. You may become an analyst on TV. Who knows? But find your passion. That's what we should be trying to get people to do. That's what we do at Seeking Educational Excellence. We tell people, get away from diversity, equity, and inclusion, what they call DEI nonsense, where we spend billions of dollars every year teaching kids how to become racist and how to become apologists if you're white, how to become victims if you're black. And we go to actually teaching them to find what they love to do. So by the time you get to college, you know what you want to do, or you have a general idea about it, and you can go find your piece of the American dream. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, not the guarantee of happiness. How about we do that? How about we pursue it? And we pursue it in a way that's different than these idiots on the left who want you to demoralize everybody. Demoralize the white kids because you're the ones that are the reason that black people are enslaved. The only reason why, if you're enslaved right now, if you're thinking about slavery in the way that these white people train you about what happened in the 1860s or 1619, you're a fool. That's all you are. You're a fool. Because the only slave that can exist today in America is the slavery of your mind. Oh, hey, what are you still doing here? You're supposed to be watching my other videos. Get out of here.